The appeal of remote work is undeniable, offering the promise of flexible schedules, zero commutes, and the ability to work from anywhere. Many beginners assume that transitioning to a remote role is the ultimate career upgrade, without considering the unique professional trade-offs and operational demands that come with it. Unfortunately, remote work is not a good fit for every individual, role, or stage of professional development. In this video, we will break down how to decide if remote work is truly worth your time and effort. By evaluating key parameters such as your learning speed, the availability of mentorship, and your capacity for self-regulation, you can make an objective, strategic decision about whether a remote or an on-site environment is the best vehicle for your long-term career growth. First, you must evaluate the impact of remote work on your skill acquisition and access to professional mentorship. This is particularly critical for beginners and career changers. In a physical office, learning occurs through osmosis. You can listen to how senior colleagues handle client objections, observe how developers troubleshoot bugs in real time, and ask quick questions throughout the day. This immediate, informal feedback loop is incredibly valuable for building foundational skills rapidly. In a remote environment, this informal learning loop is almost entirely absent. Communication must be scheduled and structured. Beginners in remote roles often find themselves waiting hours for answers to simple questions, which can significantly slow down their progress. To decide if remote work is worth your time, you must assess the onboarding and training capabilities of the target employer. Ask if they have a dedicated wiki, a structured buddy system for new hires, and a culture of detailed documentation. If a company lacks these systems, a remote entry-level employee will likely struggle and feel isolated. You should also honestly evaluate your own learning style. If you require visual demonstrations, immediate feedback, and structured guidance, you will likely develop your skills faster in a physical or hybrid environment during the first 1 or 2 years of your career before transitioning to fully remote roles later. Mentorship is another critical factor. Senior professionals are often more willing to spend time helping and guiding a junior colleague whom they see daily in the office. In a remote setting, building mentorship relationships requires proactive effort from both parties, and it is easy for remote juniors to remain invisible. If you do choose a remote role, you must be prepared to actively seek out mentors, schedule regular virtual coffee chats, and show your work publicly to get noticed. Weigh this extra effort against the convenience of working from home. Understanding that your early career is focused on maximizing your rate of learning helps you see that convenience should sometimes be traded for rapid growth. Second, you must analyze your capacity for self-regulation and the structural demands of managing your own remote work environment. Working from home removes the physical boundaries between your personal and professional life. While this sounds liberating, it requires a high degree of self-discipline. Beginners often struggle with two opposing challenges: either they struggle to maintain focus due to domestic distractions, or they end up working constantly because they do not know how to shut off their computers at the end of the day. This lack of boundaries can rapidly lead to burnout. To assess if remote work is suitable for you, evaluate your capability to design and maintain a dedicated workspace. A workspace must be free from constant interruptions and equipped with reliable technology, including high-speed internet and proper ergonomics. If you live in a crowded space or lack a quiet room to work, the stress of managing your workspace will degrade your performance. Furthermore, you must assess your ability to manage time without direct supervision. In a remote setting, no one is watching. You work. You must be able to estimate task durations accurately, structure your daily schedule, and remain productive without external pressure. If you rely on the social accountability of a shared office to keep you focused, a remote role may lead to performance issues and stall your career progression. Additionally, remote work demands a high degree of digital organization. You must learn to navigate shared folders, project boards, and chat channels independently. If you cannot find files or updates on your own, you will become a bottleneck for your team. You must also become comfortable with written communication, as it is the primary medium for remote work. Writing clear status updates, detailed bug reports, and polite emails is a core part of your daily task. If you prefer spoken conversations and struggle to express your ideas in writing, you may find the communication overhead of remote work exhausting. Finally, you must consider the trade-off between remote flexibility and long-term professional visibility and relationship building. As we discussed, building social capital in a remote setting requires deliberate, proactive strategy. You must evaluate if the flexibility of remote work is worth the effort required to build a professional network and get noticed by decision-makers. In many companies, proximity bias still exists. Managers are naturally more likely to recommend, promote, or assign high-impact projects to employees they interact with in person. To combat this bias, remote workers must work harder to document their contributions and make their value visible. Consider a simple diagnostic checklist. Before accepting a remote role, ask if the company has a remote-first culture, where the majority of leadership works remotely, or if it is a remote-friendly culture, where remote workers are a minority. If leadership is entirely on-site, remote workers may face a glass ceiling for promotions. By analyzing the company's cultural alignment, you can avoid roles where you will be isolated and passed over for advancement. Balancing the convenience of working from home with the strategic need for professional visibility ensures that you make remote career choices that support, rather than hinder, your upward progression. Furthermore, consider your social needs. Remote work can be lonely, especially if you live alone or have relocated to a new city. A physical office provides a built-in social network that can help you feel connected and supported. If you thrive on daily social interaction and build energy from being around others, fully remote work may negatively impact your mental health and productivity. By carefully evaluating skill development speed, self-regulation demands, and visibility trade-offs, you can decide if remote work is truly worth your time or if a hybrid structure is a better option for your career upgrade. Your career environment is the soil in which your skills grow. Choosing the right environment, whether remote, hybrid, or on-site, is about finding the conditions that allow you to perform at your best and achieve your professional potential. Career Upgrade Map gives clear roadmaps for people who want better skills, better jobs, and better career options. We explain certifications, learning paths, job roles, remote work skills, and practical career decisions in plain English. No motivational fluff, just structured guidance for people trying to move forward. This video is general career education, not a guarantee of employment, job offers, salary levels, promotions, or passing certification exams. Career outcomes depend on individual experience, effort, market conditions, and employer requirements.